welcome back to Sandy Bear Disc Golf. I want to do a review of the Pure White Proto or PWP Gateway Wizard that I just got. In all honesty, I just got several of them. And this is just some warm-up shots before we got to actually shooting the video. So let's take a look at it. You can see the Wizard, if you're not familiar with, is the classic beaded putter. There it is against the BT Hard Shield, which I've been using for a while before I switched. And there is the BT Hard Shield on the bottom and the Wizard on top. Now, this is a baseline plastic. PWP is baseline plastic, so it's going to beat up pretty quick, just like BT Hard or BT Soft or whatever. So, just so you know that, they're not going to stay pearly white forever. Look at those stamps, man. Ridiculous. Thanks, Danny. So we're just going to go through some putts, similar ranges, a couple different angles. But I wanted to say that if you wanted to see how the Wizard flies for approach shots, I have another video on that, which I'll link in the description below. And I'll also link the description to the Gateway site where you can buy these discs with this new stamp. This putter is remarkable to me because I've thrown Wizards before, but it does not feel like the weight that it is, and I don't even know how to say that. There's only a handful of discs that I've ever thrown that I could literally say feel lighter than they are. So if you see me throwing over the top, that's because I'm not quite used to it yet. But like I have a Voodoo, and that thing feels like a brick. It's 175 Voodoo, and it feels like it's 195. These are all max weight, and they just fly, man. They just feel super, super light in the hand. It was raining this day, and I have to say this is one of the only discs that I've ever used that I would say that it's actually tackier and easier to grip when it's slightly wet, which was remarkable. I was having to towel it off, not because my hand was slipping, but because my hand was sticking a little bit on it. So that was quite interesting. I've never had that before. But this thing flies like butter, man. In one of my videos, I said I like to putt with the Shield and approach with the Wizard, and that was true at the time. But now I definitely putt with these Pure White Protos. They literally just glide through the air, and they feel like zero effort. There it is. It just threw it a little bit too far because I'm not used to the weight, because it just feels lighter. They just glide. Bullseye. As I said, they're very tacky, dry, but they're especially tacky wet. And I guess I wasn't ready for how fast they were going to. This is just some ante shots, and they definitely hold an ante line, especially with a little speed on it. 3 hits in a row, can't beat that. I'm gonna throw some forehand antes here behind this house, but they definitely stain up. I never really had a white baseline disc, so the rims are stained up a little bit. They're not like dirty, they don't look nasty, but they're not, pearly white anymore. There's another hit. This is a great disc, man. Any Wizard really, but these Pure Whites. I would not throw these as an approach disc because I just think they would get beat up too fast. So I would just cycle these as putters. And just full disclosure, I now have 12 of these. I have literally 12 of these discs because I like them so much. I know that's a bit ridiculous, but I'm going to cycle them and probably keep 4 just for practice putting, and then just cycle the rest for the rounds. These things are money. In a minute, we're going to get to me throwing some turbos, and the turbo putt, my turbo putt, and the Gateway Wizard have never been fast friends, and I don't know why that is. The Wizard just, for me, on my turbo tends to take a nosedive sometimes, and I don't know why that is. Although I will say that this Pure White turbo's better than any other Wizard I've ever thrown. I still need to work with it. And also this day I was toying with having my pinky on the flight plate of my putting grip and having it off, so the flights may be a little bit different because of that. It's just a straight shooter. It's a straight thrower, and it's a straight shooter. You just point at it, you pull the trigger, and it's going straight. These things are stable enough. It was very swirly wind today, but they're stable enough to hold your line. There's some overhead turbos instead of to the side, which the Wizards seem to work a little bit better with the overheads than the to the side. I'm sure it's not the disc. I'm sure it's me, but I'm gonna work with it. See if we can get together so this can just be my all-around putter instead of having to toy with carrying another putter just in case you had to throw a turbo or wanted to throw a turbo. You can definitely throw a nice turbo with this disc. Look at that thing. When you get it right, it's going in. Pure White Proto, man. If I had to recommend this to anybody, this would be the one. All right, take care, guys.